Welcome back to Heavenly Dreams Dairy Goats. I am Jamie. Thank you to everyone who's watching today. If you're new, thank you for being here. If you're not subscribed, please hit that subscribe button, and then we will see you guys on the next video. But for everybody that's subscribed and watching, thank you for being here. And then those that are new and new subscribers, thank you for watching too. So I'm in here with the rabbits while I'm watering the horses. Megan Captain's, I heard it running over, so I just went out there and put it in the Diamond and Jill's tank, filling their water up. And I can't really stand outside because the dang mosquitoes, or not mosquitoes, but gnats are flying in my eyes. And then in here, of course, I got some flies bugging me and stuff, but I just thought I'd come in here and kind of show you. I took baby boxes out because babies are not wanting to stay in their boxes anyways. These guys are almost 3 weeks old. They will be 3 weeks Sunday, I think. So they're just a little over 2.5 weeks old or so. And I took all 3 of the boxes out. I've got mamas that are due tomorrow. 1, 2, 3, 4 mamas due tomorrow. And then I think I'm gonna actually get 1, 2, 3, 4 bred tomorrow, possibly. Given maybe definitely 4, and then I actually, Eli is a buck I'm going to try to get most of my does bred to this time around. I know Haley's definitely going with him tomorrow. Bluebell, my blue doe, she's going in with Samson, who's my blue buck. And then Miss Princess here, which is my black New Zealand doe, her mom was a blue. Her dad was a white, I believe, and ended up being a black. I'm going to actually breed her to Champ, my red buck. And then I have a doe that will be free to breed to Darius, and I think the last litter I actually bred to Honey, which is my doe that's actually due tomorrow. I don't think she's pregnant. She just is not very big. She was bred to Eli. Like I said, I've bred 2 does, three does to him, and only 1 does took. 2 were proven and 1 was not. That's the one that's going to be rebred back. Belle that's up there, she's actually a daughter of Princess and Darius. But man, the flies are just terrible. But I definitely have 3 for sure that are pregnant. They got big bellies on them, which is Honey's, which is the one I don't think's pregnant. Her daughter, Magnificent, she is my silver brittle, I think's what you call them. She's got silver tips. I think she's pretty. She's definitely pregnant. She's got a nice big belly on her. Pumpkin, which is a Darius Haley daughter, she's pregnant. She's bred to my red buck, and she's actually a broken red anyway, so I'm hoping for broken reds. And then my California New Zealand doe Ruby, she's bred back to Darius because they have great meat babies. When I breed the 2 of them together, they are just wonderful. But Darius is my bigger buck. He was sired by a white, solid white New Zealand and a broken black, which is what he is. He's a broken black doe New Zealand. She supposedly had very, like an 1/8% of Flemish giant in her. So he should be pure, because that little 1/8, and then him being bred to, or her being bred to a all-white New Zealand or a full-blooded New Zealand, should have taken that out. And I think that's possibly why he's a little more on the larger side. I mean, he looks like a New Zealand, but he's a bigger New Zealand. And definitely all his babies I've kept are on the bigger side. And I like that, because all his babies that I've ever had kept from him and actually butchered out, they've been the most meatiest, fast-growing babies so far. Now, I do have a Champ baby I kept, which is my red buck out of Haley. I've got quite a few does I kept out of Haley. She's probably one of my favorite. She's a little on the smaller side, but one of my favorite broken does that have been producing a lot of broken for me. She's got beautiful coloring. She throws the torrent color, or like a brownish orange color. That's just native to her bloodline from her mother's side. And she is being planned to be bred for sure tomorrow with Eli, because that is a cross that I was really hoping for. And then, like I said, Bluebell, she'll go in with Samson, and then Princess is going to go in with Champ. And then if Honey does not Kendall tomorrow, which I'm pretty sure she's not gonna, I'm just gonna rebreed her back to Darius, because I've got a Honey. No, I don't. I don't have a Honey Darius daughter, because that one right there is a Darius daughter, and she's in all white. Anastasia. She moved her ear. She's like, huh? You was talking about me? And she's up there. That's Anastasia right there, that white doe. And her mama is this blue doe right here. This is Blue Diamond. Mabel's right there. That's her litter mate sister, which is a blue. She was bred to Darius, and that was a daughter that I kept out of that matching, because I did want a solid white. And then this is a Darius matching up with the sister, and she had 5 whites and 1 broken. So he definitely throws whites. And then of course their sires were a white New Zealand too, so there's very possibility that that's why the 2 of them are producing so much whites, because both parents on both sides of my breeding, when I breed these together, have a white parent. So I'm very happy with what I can see here. I definitely can see that these are nice little chunker babies. So is the first time mama back there, who is a Darius daughter out of Haley. Her 6 babies are pretty chunky too. These babies right here, she's only got 5, which is like her first litter. She only had 5 too. And then she had 8, I think, this last litter, or 7, something like that. And see, the babies, they get their feet stuck in there because it's almost too much, or it's almost too wide, and they fall through it. But they're learning. They got a pad in there, and then I got hay on there too, so they can sit in the hay if they wanted. But honeymooning so far, no one's showing any signs. They're kind of just all laying together over in the shade, which is okay. And with that being said, I'm going to have to go check that tank, because I'm pretty sure it's close to being flowing over. Shut that off, drag the hose back, turn off the water, and then my chores are done for right now. Scarlett, you gotta scoot over a little bit. Come on, girl. So, I'm only probably milking Scarlett out this last week or so, because I got a customer, like I said before, who needs milk for puppies. And she's been going to Plainwell, Michigan, to our dairy, to get 2 gallons a week for the puppies to supplement on. And she wants to get about 5 for me, because she does work in Marcellus. So she's going to swing by today after she gets out of work. And get what milk I have for her. I've only been milking once a day, so I'm only getting about a half a gallon of milk. And Scarlett here, she only produces anyways 3/4 of a gallon when I milk her twice a day. But like I said, she's only had a single doe kid, so does don't milk as much for doe kids as we do a buck kid. Her eyes are terrible today, so she's pretty kicky. Like I told my husband, I said once we get this barn paid off, I'd like to have an additional 30 feet added to this barn, which would make it 50 feet long, and then have an additional 10 feet added to the lean-to, so that would give it a 20-foot lean-to off the side of it, so it would be a 40 by 50 building. And then to give the girls would have that extra 10 feet, which wouldn't be a problem having their feeder in there with a round bale, and I could have about 10, 15 does in there at a time with plenty of room. And then I would want to give 10 feet, it'd be 10 feet by 20, to my doe kids that I end up keeping, so they could have a building area, and then I would fence that would run up the side of the lean-to to the girls' pen, up the side then to there, so they'd have an area to be able to graze in too. But that would be just for my yearlings that I would keep, and they would stay in that pen until they are ready to be put into the milkers. And then the additional 20 feet by 20 lean-to would be for Captain and Meg to have their feeder inside there, and then that would give them plenty of room too to have a shelter. But then their round bale could be put in there in the round bale feeder with no problem of it ever getting wet again. And then they could have the pasture that we're planning to put up there for them too. That they're going to get about an acre worth of pasture, and then we're going to try to utilize every bit of our ground, this 10.9 acres or whatever it is, 10.09 I think, or it's 10.90, I can't remember. But anyways, 10 acres of our property here, we're going to try to utilize every single part of it, whether it's for pastures, gardens, flower beds, feedlot, barn area, storage, little portable woods for all my mushroom cultivating, and just other shade stuff that I would need to have for shading. We want to put in a little oasis behind the house, so we can just get away into that once everything is done. Like I told my husband, I said, probably in about 7 years we're going to be able to go out to our oasis that you've built for us and just relax and not have to worry about work no more here on the farm, besides our regular, like everyday chores that have to be done, like milking, for instance, feeding, watering, taking care of the garden, the orchard, just stuff like that, collecting eggs, just normal everyday homesteading stuff that has to be done anyways. I think today, once I edit this video, I'm going to put up another post and see if anybody's had problems with this company that we're dealing with. I'm going to see if anybody has dealt with them before and bought any equipment from them. Let's see what everybody else has to say for them. Okay. Oops, I'm like squirting it everywhere. Thank you, Scarlett. That was a really good job, honey. You look like you milked just a little more, and that's great if you did. Good girl. Still nothing going on, like I said earlier in the video with the honeymooners. Nothing really. But I'm going to get some of the strains into this jar. While you guys stand there and watch her stomp. That's all we can really do, right? Just watch and watch. That one's full. one can go back in the fridge so it can get cold. It's under 2 gallons for that being said, are you done? Are you done eating? Yeah? No, you're not going that way. Come on. Come on. You gotta come this way. Come on. There you go. There you go. No problem. So, that being said, thank you guys for watching this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Just a little bit of everything going on. I did end up breeding Haley, Bluebell, and Princess. Princess is still in with Champ. I got to take her out. She's been in there for about 20-30 minutes with him because she was trying to breed him and he's trying to breed her, and I only seen actually one successful full off because he just looks like he's a little on the fat side, so I probably need to slow down on his feed so he can do his job correctly. He's not going to be a year old till, well, this is August, so he's a year old this month. But yeah, I have plans to breed Belle tomorrow to Eli or Samson. I'm not sure which one yet, but then I can go ahead and breed 2 other does too if I wanted to get them bred also. So thank you guys again for being here. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and we'll see everybody tomorrow. Till next time, God bless.